Hi, Talk Slowers here. Um, on the screen you're seeing a slideshow of my old art from like 2006, 7, and 8. And basically this video is just gonna be a slideshow of all of my art from then up until right now, which is August of 2013. And I'm just gonna be narrating it over it because I tried to put music to this video, but it was really difficult to find songs that fit and get them trimmed and stuff to the right lengths. And so this is better than silence. So yeah, these pictures are really old. They're pretty bad. I understand that, but I still like them because I made them, and if I don't like them, who will? Um, I don't have all of my super old art from back then because I deleted a lot of it when I was little. I'm not really sure why. I was about 9, 8, 10 when I drew this stuff, so actually the first picture in this video wasn't the first picture that I ever drew. I deleted that, but it's one of the first pictures I've drawn. And eventually, I do start, like right here, I get DeviantArt and I start uploading to DeviantArt, so I have all of the art from then. Um, so yeah, I'm making this, I already told you why I'm making this video, I don't know. um, right now, this is 2009, this is before I got a tablet. I get a tablet in a couple seconds. And I was using Photoshop and MS Paint for all this stuff, and like I said, a mouse. And then I get a tablet and I start using Paint Tool SAI. But I don't really learn how to use Paint Tool SAI for a long time, at least a couple of years. I don't really understand how to use it, which is dumb. But eventually I get a grip. But I'm getting pretty much ahead of myself. So, um, yeah, I don't know. These pictures are all, old. And that's a picture of my friend Austin. And I used to draw my friends a lot, and I guess I still do, but I don't really have as many friends anymore. So, oh, I just want to say there are a couple errors in this video, like I think duplicate pictures and stuff like that, and like there are some pauses where everything goes black for a few seconds. And that's just because there's like almost 1,000 pictures that I had to go through in order, and the video program that I'm using just couldn't really handle it at my computer. So, um, yeah, so at this point, I do have a tablet. I pretty much just got it. I'm not sure how to use it. I'm not sure how to use Psi. Sometimes I have pressure sensitivity, and sometimes I don't. And pressure sensitivity is a battle that I fight for a couple years. I have issues with it, and it will just come and go. And I know a lot more now about troubleshooting and stuff, and I'd be able to fix it a lot easier and quicker now. But back then, I was, like 11, so I didn't really know too much about how to use a computer in the first place. But, luckily, whenever I had a pressure sensitivity issue, I could just go back to MS Paint and Photoshop and work with those. I didn't really understand how to use Photoshop very well either, but I knew it enough to be able to use it to color my pictures. And at this point, I switched between Photoshop and MS Paint a lot, like I said, because of tablet issues and just because it wasn't a, seamless transition. The programs are pretty different. Um, so yeah, it took me a while to get completely used to Psi and feel completely comfortable with it, but I think around this time I was still making traditional sketches and then going in and coloring over them digitally. I don't do that anymore. I either do everything traditionally or everything digitally as far as that goes. So, um, but back then, I guess this is 2010 now, like early 2010. I was really into the whole, do a sketch on paper and then scan it and then color over it digitally thing. I also, the computer that I'm doing these drawings on right now is a really, really bad computer. It's, I still have it. I would never draw on it now, and that's why my pictures kind of take a little bit of a dip in, quality and stuff. But I had to keep drawing. So, um, yeah, at this point, I like start to hate my drawings because they're really generic and well, I guess we're not there quite yet. So, and then right here I revert back to Paint and Photoshop completely for some reason, even though I had been using Psy for a long time. Not really sure why I did that. Um, kind of silly when you think about it. So, right about here is where I don't like my art. I think it took a huge step backwards. The heads just like grow and the faces like shrink, but the eyes are still huge, but the rest of the face is just tiny and it's like scary looking. And at this, I gotta stop saying at this point, but I had thought that I had like mastered anatomy. um, I guess I remember feeling really confident in my ability to draw the human body, but these pictures are. There's no mastered anatomy here. um, a big reason that these pictures are, you know, not quite as good is because something kind of big happened in my life at that point that made me really sad and stuff. It hurt me a lot. And I took a little break from drawing for a while. Actually, the longest break that I've taken from drawing since I started. It was a couple months, a month or two, I guess, where I just didn't want to draw, which is so weird because usually when I'm in pain, I like to draw about it and, use that as some sort of vent. But I don't know. Eventually, I do get back into things though, and, everything settles down and life seems okay. And by the way, this is like mid 2010 right now. I made a lot of pictures right here because, as you can see, I didn't put too much effort into them. Like, they don't even look like they took very long, so. I just don't like these because the faces are so messed up and ugh. And I never do any backgrounds. They're always like solid color, and that bugs me too. Um, there's so many of them, I'm out of things to say about them. I'm sick of them, and I'm ready to move on and draw better things. Okay, so here is about the end of 2010, and I start to be a little bit more creative with my stuff. It's, a little bit more, I don't know, meaningful. And right here, I make a bit of a leap to a completely different coloring style right there, and I'm glad I did. I mean, this just looks much better. Um, I still didn't know how to use Psy, um, So I used Photoshop quite a bit to add effects and make it look like I knew what I was doing, but really I didn't. Like those snowflake brushes. I don't know. Um, I like my art from here on out pretty much for that picture. Kind of ashamed of drawing that. Okay, so this is 2011. I dated my pictures for a couple days. I don't know why. But then I stopped. I don't like to date my things. I don't know why. And around here is when I started uh, um, signing stuff. I uh, I forget sometimes. Like some of these pictures don't have signatures just because I forgot to do it. But and these pictures, I don't know why, but like the hair starts like covering up the eyes completely, and like the face is still messed up. And someone, not so kindly, brought that to my attention, but I don't really care that they were mean to me because they did help me grow as an artist. And right here, I was going through the loss of someone really important in my life, and I still miss them a lot, but they chose to leave, and I was just confused, and um, it was a tough time. But eventually just got over it. Uh, so this is like spring of 2011, and I start experimenting more with different programs, different tools, different techniques. I still didn't know that much about how to use Psy and stuff, but I knew a lot more than I did before. Um, I knew so little about Psy that I got into the habit of like instead of hitting the new layer button over on the side, the really easy way, I actually go up to layer, the drop down thing, and hit new layer. And I still do that because I made that habit right away. And I don't know. If I could talk to myself in the past, I would teach myself how to use Psy sooner. But I'm not complaining because I got there eventually. Ugh. Right about here, I start to really try to use traditional media. Um, I messed with markers for a little bit, but I didn't really like them, so I went to colored pencils, and I did a ton of colored pencil drawings. I also went through this weird phase where I tried to draw in the Lucky Star style, and I'm not sure why I did that, because I don't know. There's another black screen. Okay, there we go. Um, but at this point, I realized I really wanted to get better, and I just kind of something clicked in my head after a while that I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to explain. A lot of these from around here I used bases for. I'm not particularly proud of that. Bases are okay. I don't have anything against them, but it's a lot less fulfilling to draw a picture with a base because you know that no matter what you drew isn't completely yours, and that bothers me. Also, well, hold on. Okay, this is where I start appreciating my art a lot because I somehow make this huge leap and I just start doing really well. I learn a ton about coloring and it kind of just opens up my mind to a lot of new things. Um, and I really just, kind of, I was like so inspired by all that that I was able to make a ton of like really cool pictures and like actually unique pictures. But anyway, I just want to say a lot, well, not a lot, but a few of pictures in here are collabs, meaning that I just colored them and someone else did the sketch and line art. So I can't take full credit for those. They probably shouldn't even be in this video. But if you're someone watching this and I colored your line art or whatever and you would like credit, just, let me know. I'd be happy to add an annotation or something or link you in the description. And, hopefully I don't offend anyone by doing this. But I'm sorry, my voice is kind of hoarse, I guess, because I never talk for this long. I open my mouth maybe a couple times a day to say a couple words. I'm not very talkative, so. This is late 2011. We're about to enter 2012, which is an interesting year for my art. But anyway, this late 2011 stuff is probably my peak at the moment, at least for now. Anyway, this is 2012. I started working with white a lot more in 2012. At least, early 2012. I don't know why. I guess I was just too lazy to do backgrounds and stuff. But I also start doing redos around this time where I just redraw old pictures and, make them better. It's a good way to track your progress and, that picture shouldn't be in there. But like I was saying, it's a good way to track your progress and, I don't know, see how far you've come. And I've come a long way from the first pictures in this video. I'm pretty confident in saying that. So, 2012, in the summer of 2012, which we'll be getting to in a second, you'll see something kind of bad happened to me. Well, a lot of things. And so my art just starts bursting with color because I don't know how to deal with the stuff going on in my life. And it's just kind of overwhelming to me, and I feel like I want to scream, so I just use like these bright colors, and it's kind of an eyesore sometimes. But um, I'm glad I had, the ability to draw about it and get it out. And things eventually settle down once I start school. Once I start high school, and then I feel better. But as you'll see, the pictures get ridiculously bright and colorful. Um, Also around this time, I started working on getting an art book published with my sister, and so I drew a lot of pictures for that. I did quite a bit of experimenting around here, messing with different techniques and stuff. I started something that I still like to do, which is to draw over photographs and, basically use the photograph as a background, which is kind of limiting, but it's also really fun to do, and I don't know, I'd recommend it if you want to try something new. Try drawing over a photograph. So yeah, that's an art book picture. Here we are in the really, really bright part where everything is, ugh. I like a lot of it, but some of it's a bit over the top, I will admit. Like, I don't know, that one kinda is ridiculously bright. Um, that one's not too bright. That one is bad. I hate that picture. There are very few of my pictures that I hate, but that's one of them. So, yeah, it's about this point that I feel like I've learned a whole bunch, and I feel really confident that I'll continue to keep learning. So, there's always that kind of confidence boost in drawing once in a while that you get that makes everything worthwhile. And I don't know why there's a black moment there. Um, I was gonna say this earlier when I was talking about redoing pictures, but if anyone would ever ask me like what my advice would be for art in general, I would say a lot of stuff, but one of the things I would say is that you should always keep your old drawings because even if you hate them right now, if you delete them, you're never gonna see them again, and you never know what your opinion of them is gonna be in a year or 2 or 5 or 10. And someday you might want to see them again really bad, but you won't be able to because you deleted them. I deleted a bunch of my old drawings, like I said, not because I hated them, but because I just like, I don't know, I was a kid and I didn't realize what I was doing. But yeah, I deleted all those pictures and I want to see them now and stuff, but I can't because they're gone forever. Um, so I have started ninth grade and I'm starting to draw traditionally because I really wanted a way to draw at school, but I don't know, I've never been that great at traditional art, so I really wanted to focus on getting better at it. I spent most of ninth grade trying to perfect some sort of pencil drawing technique. But as you can see, and as you will see, every time I draw in pencil, except for a few exceptions, I do portraits. Um, it's just what I do in pencil. I don't really like doing full body stuff in pencil. I'm not sure why, but even now, I like to do full body stuff digital portraits pencil. I'm bad at digital portraits, and I'm bad at traditional full body, so I don't know. I don't really know why that is. Oh, and I did get a new tablet around here. Before, I was using Bamboo Fun, I think, which is a really okay tablet, I guess. I paid $100 for it when it was new. It's been discontinued since because, they made something better that replaced it. But I switched brands and I got a much, much bigger tablet, and I like it. Sometimes I miss my little one, but I don't even know why because, like, this one is like, it's bigger than my lap, and the other one was like 4 by 6 inches, which is kind of ridiculous to try to work on. Oh, by the way, this is 2013 now. It's like January still, though, so I'm glad I caught that in time. Um, that picture shouldn't be in here. Um, that wasn't a drawing, and I don't know why I was in there. Oh my god. Oh. So, yeah, right here I start messing with other programs, like, new programs, and I try to go back to Photoshop and mess with it, and stuff like that. Um, right now, this is pretty current, so I'm just gonna talk about right now. Right now, I'm trying to make I'm trying to, like, get a consistent style going. I'm working on a lot of stuff. Trying to make my guys look more like guys. I'm trying to make my stuff look more, I don't want to say realistic, because I don't want it to look super realistic, but I want it to look more like 3D, I guess. Um, I just, want to improve. Drawing's just a hobby of mine, but when I look at stuff like this, I feel like I've come a really, really long way, and I'm really proud of it. But I still have a long way to go, so um, I don't get too excited. There are a lot of these that I would like to just recolor, because it took me a long time to get a good method for coloring um, traditional pictures. I do color them digitally, so. But yeah, it took me a long time to get a good way for coloring them. And so yeah, some of the older ones that I did traditionally aren't colored very well, and I just like to redo that. But this stuff is super recent from the last couple months now. I feel like I've come like a really, really long way. I'm really proud of myself. Um, Drawing's a lot of fun, and if you stick with it, you'll improve. So I guess I'll say thanks for watching and stuff now, cause this video is about over. Um, I'm still drawing, so if I kept adding every new picture to this video, I'd be updating almost every single. So yeah, thank you for watching, and maybe I can make a video like this again someday. So I hope you liked it and stuff. Bye.